Greetings everyone. Namaste. Pranam. I hope you all are doing well. I have come up with something different today. I usually recite poems, but today I'm gonna read book. Osho's Sexuality is Ugly, Not Sex. Here in this book, Osho has described like how the Eastern and Western society have perceived sex. They look so different on the surface, but they're not. Actually, they are entering from the different door, but raising the same hole inside. I'm gonna read the book today. The great philosopher Osho has given us like 600 plus meditation techniques and 700 plus books, which is the like massive intellectual property for us. I'm gonna read this book today. Once you listen it, please to leave the comments how you feel about it. And if you like it, I'll keep reading Osho's book for you in my other episodes, upcoming episodes. Let's start. Sexuality is ugly, not sex. The book starts like this. Beloved Master, tell me the way from sexuality to love. Amit Prem, sex is beautiful, sexuality ugly. And the difference has to be understood. Sex is natural phenomenon. Sexuality is unnatural, abnormal, and pathological. When sex becomes cerebral, when sex enters into your head, it becomes sexuality. Now, the head is not the center of sex. That is getting into a confusion. It is getting upside down. It is getting deranged. Sex is not the function of the head, but when sex enters in through the head, it becomes sexuality. Then you think about sex. Then you fantasize about sex. And the more you think, the more you fantasize about it, the more you will get into trouble. See? Then nothing real will ever satisfy you because there is no limitation on fantasy and reality is limited. For example, if you start thinking too much about sex, you can create a beautiful woman which exists only in your fantasy. You will never find them anywhere in the world or men. You will never come across them. No real woman or man will ever satisfy you because of the fantasy. No real man or woman can fulfill your expectations of fantasy. Fantasy is fantasy. It's a dream. You can fantasize a woman who does not perspire, whose body has no body smell. You can fantasize a woman who is always sweet and never bitter. You can fantasize a woman who is always loving and warm and welcoming and never nags you and is never angry, never throws the pillows at you. See, you can fantasize a woman who never ages, who remains always stuck at 18 years of age, who is always fresh, always young, always beautiful, never falls ill, never makes any demands on you, never betrays you, never looks at any other man with longing, with desire. You can fantasize to no limit, but you will not find this woman anywhere. Now, you have created a problem. You are no more naturally attuned to your sex. Nature is perfectly capable of being fulfilled, but fantasy cannot be fulfilled. You may find your woman in girly magazines, in pornographic books, but you will not find her in reality. And whosoever you do find in reality will fall short, will always have something lacking. That is the problem the West is facing. It has fantasized too much about sex. The West has become sexual through fantasy. The East has become sexual through repression, suppression. Both have become sexual, and both have lost the natural capacities of enjoying sex. Both have become pathological through different routes. The West has become pathological by fantasizing sex to be the ultimate goal of life. And the East has become pathological by thinking that sex is the ultimate barrier between God and man. Sex is neither. Neither is the ultimate goal nor ultimate barrier. Sex is a simple phenomenon like hunger or thirst. There is nothing more to it. It is what it is, not what the Eastern mind has been thinking about it. The Eastern mind is too afraid of sex. Out of fear, sex has moved into the head. Through the door of fear, it has entered into the head. See? So, the Eastern so-called saints are simply fantasizing about sex because they have repressed it. And that which you repress goes on coming up again and again. It cannot be destroyed. Nothing can ever be destroyed by repression. Repression makes sex pathological, sexuality. This is one extreme. The West has moved to another extreme. The other extreme is fantasize about it. Sex is all, everything else is secondary. So have as much sex as you can. You cannot really have too much sex. There are limitations to the body. But you can fantasize as much as you want. There is no limitation to it. So, the pornography exists, blue films exist, girly magazines exist, and the people are being fed on these illusory mirage. Then no real woman, no real man will ever satisfy you. These are both pathological states. Sexuality is pathological. Whether you come to it through fear or greed doesn't matter. The East has become ill through fear. The West has become ill through greed. Greed and fear are two aspects of the same coin. So, on the surface, it looks very different. As if the East and the West are poles apart, but they are not. Those who know, those who can see, they can see that it is the same foolishness the same stupidity. They have arrived at the same stupidity from different doors. That is true. But they have entered into the same place. Thank you for your time. If you like the video, if you wanna listen also, I can read the book in upcoming episodes. Please do leave the comment. Yeah, and accordingly we can set up the next sitting. And thank you so much for your time. You take care. Love you all. Jai Osho. Jai Gurudev.